Ever wondered which studio upgrades actually boost your video quality and save you hours of work? After creating over 1,000 videos across 12 years, I've discovered which home studio improvements have genuinely streamlined my workflow, saved me time, and delivered professional results. So in this video, I want to show you my top 5 upgrades that will instantly make your content creation faster, easier, and more professional. Let me start by showing you the secret weapon that makes my presentations look incredibly professional every single time I appear on camera, and even speeds up my everyday workflow. Up until a few years ago, every time I wanted to switch scenes during my live stream, say from my camera view to slides, I had to awkwardly move my mouse cursor over to this tiny box and click. You can imagine how often I misclicked the wrong scene or had those uncomfortable pauses while I was searching for the right button. This is called a Stream Deck. These buttons are fully customizable and can trigger almost any action on your computer, from launching apps and typing frequently used text, or even raising your hand in a Zoom meeting. Personally, I use Ecamm Live for my presentations, and the Stream Deck lets me effortlessly switch scenes, advance my slides, or trigger sound effects. Now, instead of fumbling with my mouse, I just hover my thumb over the button for the next scene, wait for the moment to arrive, boom, I press it and the scene instantly changes. And it's not just limited to Ecamm Live. It integrates seamlessly with OBS, PowerPoint, and even everyday tasks outside of streaming. For example, I can use it to turn on my studio lights, type out frequently used links or responses, or even control my Spotify playlist. This little device transforms a one-person setup into what feels like a full production team. If you live stream or present regularly, this is one investment you will never regret. The second upgrade makes a huge impact to my audio, and the best part is really cheap. Listen closely to this.
If it hadn't have been for Cotton Eye Joe, I'd have been married a long time ago.
Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Big difference, right? That difference you're hearing is all down to one simple upgrade. I added sound panels. When recording audio, there's an issue called reverb. That's where sound waves bounce off hard surfaces like walls, creating echoes and making your audio sound messy and distant. Think about shouting down a long tunnel. Your voice echoes back again and again because there's nothing soft to absorb that sound. But in your cozy living room filled with furniture, you don't get that echo effect because your furniture is absorbing the sound waves and stopping it bouncing around. While echoes might be fun for karaoke night, they're definitely not ideal for clear, professional sounding videos. That's why I added these DIY panels to my ceiling. They're just simple wooden frames filled with insulation and wrapped neatly in cloth. Nothing fancy, but they make a massive improvement to the quality of my audio. And you could easily do the same. Now, upgrade number 3 has allowed me to work from anywhere just as easily as I do here in my studio. I regularly have Zoom calls or live streams that run into the evening. These sessions often require some follow-up tasks like writing notes or uploading recordings. Previously, I'd handle these follow-ups from inside the house, only to realize that the recording that I needed was saved locally on my Mac Mini in the studio, or that a file I needed to work on was now inaccessible. But not anymore. Switching from a fixed desktop to running everything from my laptop has been an absolute game changer. If you're like me and enjoy working from coffee shops or traveling, this upgrade means you can handle almost everything from anywhere. In fact, the only task that I now need to be in my studio for is recording my videos. However, when I'm in my studio, I do prefer working with a larger monitor, and I need my camera, microphone, teleprompter connected. This quickly maxes out all my ports on my laptop and leaves my workspace looking cluttered and messy. So that's where this extra upgrade comes in. We're going to call it upgrade 3.5. This is a CalDigit dock. Basically, it lets me plug everything that I need into one central hub, and then I just have one cable connecting it all to my laptop. One cable and I'm good to go. I even have the exact same dock set up in my holiday home in Cyprus, which means all I need to do is take my laptop with me, plug it in, and instantly my workspace is exactly the same as it is here. But let's talk about the elephant in the room. Why is this thing so expensive? Currently, a CalDigit TS3 Plus will cost you over $200, which feels steep, especially when you see other docks online for just $20. So why pay 10 times more? Well, the truth is, while cheaper docks might look the same, they're not built to handle the speed and reliability that you need when running a high quality camera, microphone, and monitor simultaneously. Imagine you're about to go live and suddenly your camera doesn't connect. That's the risk you take with cheaper alternatives. Think of it this way, you're investing potentially thousands into professional camera gear, just doesn't make sense to bottleneck all of that quality with a cheap $20 dock. This upgrade isn't just about convenience, it's about reliability and peace of mind, and protecting the investment that you've already made in your gear. Upgrade number 4 is probably the one that you would notice immediately if I didn't have it, and that's this. A teleprompter, specifically the Elgato prompter. Whether I'm reading scripts or jumping onto Zoom calls, this upgrade lets me look directly into the camera lens, and that means you probably can't even tell that I'm reading from a script. And on video calls, it genuinely feels like we're making eye contact rather than me staring down at my monitor and nodding along at you. Previously, I relied on an iPad for this job, but since the Elgato prompter came out, it's been a total game changer. I can either write my scripts directly into it or easily use it as an extended display, simply dragging my script or Zoom window right onto the prompter. It's quick, seamless, and makes everything look and feel way more professional. Now, the 5th upgrade is something I hugely underestimated, and honestly, I wish I'd done years ago. Here's the problem I had. I'm a bit of a neat freak, and one thing that always drove me crazy was this little pot of remotes sitting on my desk. 4 different remotes to control my lights. It looked messy, it felt cluttered, and I found it so frustrating. Then I made this next upgrade and it completely changed the game. Take a look at my desk now. Notice anything missing? That's right, no more remotes. Now all of my lights are controlled directly from my Stream Deck. By choosing lights from just one brand that works seamlessly together, I can now turn on every single light to my perfect setting with just one press. It's simple, clean, and exactly what I was looking for. So here's the upgrade. Choose lighting products that all operate on the same system and have the same app. But now you're probably wondering, which brand and app should you actually pick? Well, I've spent over $4,000 on lighting products over the years, and I've made some costly mistakes along the way. Mistakes that, if you can avoid, can save you thousands of dollars and potentially years of headache. Want to know exactly what I've learned after spending all that money on lights? Well, check out this next video to discover the biggest lessons I wish I'd known sooner.